All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the session. We are back with another guided newspaper practice class. We have a super interesting article today. I'm just going to wait for about 60 seconds so that all students can join in and everyone can be comfortable. Today's topic is probably going to be highly relevant for you, especially if you are exploring to study abroad. Okay, so in case you're watching this as a recording, please feel free to forward it by a minute or so, because I'm just waiting for all the students to join in on the live chat so that we can get started. Okay. All right. Everyone's in. On the live chat, just give me a hi, hello on the live chat box so that I know you are in class. Okay. Hello, Annie, Prabhat, Avinash, Pratibha. Welcome. Good to see you in class regularly, Pratibha. Okay, who else is here? Who else is already in class? Hello, Renu. Hello, Albert. Okay. So let me quickly tell you what exactly are we going to do in these sessions. Hi, Reena. Hello, Nupur. Good to have you in class, Nupur. So what we are going to do is that we're going to pick up a newspaper article. Usually we take an article that's highly relevant for you, especially in terms of your writing and speaking. We do 4 rounds of the entire article. Okay. And this is around those students who want to improve their English from a fundamental level. So in the first round, I would simply read it loudly for you. You have to simply listen. Okay, use your ears to absorb English. Let English enter your ears, hit your mind. You will have certain words that you don't understand. All right, it's natural. In every passage, you will definitely have 1 or 2 words that you don't understand. Okay, it's completely fine. What you should do is you should develop the ability of guessing the meaning as you move forward. Okay, because in your IELTS reading test as well, you might find a word or two that you don't understand the meaning of. Will you sit at that position and panic, or will you take a calculated guess and move? Okay, you will take a calculated guess and move, right? So that's the ability we are trying to develop in the first round. In the second round, I'm going to go fast. This time you're going to use your eyes to read. Okay, now reading skill is extremely important, not only in the reading section but also in the listening section, right? You have to read the questions, kind of absorb all the information. At the same time, you're listening to the audio. So I'm going to be reading out quickly for you. I'm going to explain the meaning of the words. You're going to absorb through your eyes. Okay. The third round, we are going to do a little bit of guided speaking. So I will take one paragraph. I will speak 3 to 4 words at a time. Now, because it's right there in front of you, you're not going to be reading it out loudly in a dull way. You are going to express. You are going to stress. You're going to pause. You're going to emote. Okay, you're going to pause and stop at the right places. You're going to convey the emotions while you speak. Okay, so that you sound like a natural speaker. And then finally, what are we going to do? We are going to express opinion, convert thoughts to words, and we are also going to frame new sentences. So that way, in this quick, punchy 30-40 minute session, all your 4 sections will improve from a fundamental level. Okay, so by this time, I have several students who have joined in on the comments box. Okay, hello, Richa, Kriti, Shireen, okay, Ashwarya, Megha, Janvi, Vamsi, okay, Sneha, Gideon, Jia, Anjali, Sahil, Daljinder, Akshada, Vikas. Okay, good to have all of you in class. Okay, all right. Now, today's topic is around foreign universities. Okay, so as per the new education policy in India, how many of you have heard of the new education policy? Just type yes on the comments box if you know that that's something that's been released recently. Hi Shivam. Yes. Okay, okay. So you can see this picture, right, of Harvard Business School, and someone is actually taking this iconic picture and they post it on social media. So it's a very prestigious thing to even enter the campus, right? So hello Jagdish, hi Arman, okay, hello Santosh Rao, welcome. Okay, Jasprit. So that's about this article, that now after the new education policy, foreign universities can enter India, okay, and they can set up campuses. So you can have a Harvard campus somewhere in the country. Okay, so that's this article about. So maybe if you're exploring to study abroad, what if you can study in India itself now under the same brand name of that university? Okay, I don't know whether that'll appeal to you or not, but probably it's relevant, right? So let's see. Okay. Hi, Tamil Selvan, Shireen. Welcome everyone. Let's start. The passage. I'm going to start reading. Listen. Try to guess the meaning. Okay. India's new education policy, approved by the Union Cabinet on Wednesday, could cause a major dust up. What do you mean by dust up? Think about it. Could cause a major dust up. Okay. In the only field of publicly funded academia. What do you mean by academia? That can claim any success since independence, and that is higher education. Okay. I'll tell you the meaning in the next round. You should try and guess on the comments box. This is not just because we could soon have a reworked school system, a common entrance test for college admissions, a flexible approach to undergraduate studies, and a shift in what students are taught, all overseen by a new regulator. Overseen, what do you mean by overseen? Okay, by a new regulator, but also because our hallowed portals of learning. What do you mean by hallowed? Hallowed. Okay, hallowed portals of learning may be thrown open to foreign universities. Okay, in a significant break with tradition, they would now be allowed to set up local campuses here. In a significant break with tradition, what do you mean by that? In a significant break with tradition, they would now be allowed to set up local campuses here. Now, whether it is varsities of America's Ivy League stature that take up the offer, or less fancied names, okay, Ivy League or less fancied names, this is sure to prove controversial. Okay, what do you mean by controversial? Controversial, I'm sure you've heard of this word. Okay, good. Go ahead, give me the meaning. Good, Prabhat, Reena, Harjot, others, give me the meaning. Okay, not least because of the country's current ruling party had opposed a similar move by its predecessor on nationalist grounds. Okay, what do you mean by not least because? Okay, not least because, and then this point is made. So this is an interesting line to use, not least because. Okay, think about it. Today, the idea of letting them in seems to have bipartisan support. Bipartisan. Bi means what? Two, right? Bipartisan support. And that is arguably good for India. Okay, did you all understand till this point, or is it too difficult? How much did you understand? This is probably slightly more difficult than the previous one. Good. Utkarsh, Prabhat, Nupur, Shivam, Renu, Vamsi. Good. I see very few students participating. Just put it on the comments box. This is a nice, friendly community. Nobody is going to say you're wrong. Nobody is going to argue with you here. Okay. So just feel free to put your answer. Yeah. Good, Prabjot. Okay. Did you all understand? Yeah. Slightly difficult, right? But no worries. We will come back and I'll explain to you in detail. Okay. Now, the next one. Okay. The new policy, good. The new policy aims to facilitate, okay, think about it, facilitate the entry of the world's top 100 universities. So not everyone, but look at what's given. Okay. Top 100, world's top 100 universities through an enabling law. Enabling law. Okay. This would expand the set of choices available to Indian students. So all those who are academic students, just type A on the box. If you're an academic student who's looking to study abroad, look at this. This would expand the set of choices available to Indian students. So you have more choices now. And perhaps save billions of dollars in fees paid by parents who send their children abroad for studies, right? Because it is expensive to study abroad. So that fees can be saved now if you study in India. Okay, because you don't have the travel expense, the food expense, the living expense, etc. Okay, over 750,000 or 750,000 Indians are estimated to be studying overseas. Okay, their bills are truly exorbitant. What do you mean by exorbitant? Try to guess the meaning from this particular sentence. Very easy. Their bills are truly exorbitant. Okay, and many of them may opt to stay in India if they could get the same degree at a lower cost, right? Many of them could opt to stay in India itself if they could get the same degree but at a lower cost. Now, the same package could attract students from elsewhere too, okay? Helping us earn foreign exchange as a knowledge hub, a term used by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for what India ought to become. So did you understand this particular sentence? Try to understand the meaning as well. So if education is less expensive in India by the same top universities, probably students from other countries will come to India to study, right? Say Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, whatnot, right? And therefore, what will happen? The economy of India will get better, right? They will spend in India, so Indian businesses will flourish, right? Okay. Now, these new institutions are likely to charge. So the new institutions, the foreign universities that come here, are likely to charge far more than the subsidized Indian colleges currently do. So Indian government colleges don't charge much, but the big ones that come from abroad will charge a high fee. But so long as our subsidy regime survives, so long as our subsidy regime is fine, nobody should fear an overall rise in educational fees after their entry. Nobody should fear a rise. Okay, good. Sahil, Shireen, Varsha, Anjali, Akshada, good going, everyone. Okay, I know this is going to be a slightly difficult passage from an English point of view, but very enriching. Okay, try to understand. Now, the country's commitment to equity. What do you mean by equity? Think about it. It does not mean shares. Okay. The country's commitment to equity should ensure that high quality education never goes out of anyone's reach. High quality education never goes out of anyone's reach. Okay. The market has already got segmented by fee brackets. Okay, by fee brackets. So very high fee college, medium fee college, low fee college. With the proliferation of private colleges, plenty proliferation of private colleges, and this trend will probably get accentuated. Tough word, accentuated. What do you think of this word? I think we have done it in one of the classes, maybe about 15 days ago. Accentuated. Who can tell me the meaning? Okay. Now we'll just end here. Okay. What is of greater relevance, however, is the effect of global competition in a domain that has had too little of it. Now, global competition in a domain that has hardly had any competition. Already armed with a cost advantage, already armed, okay, with a cost advantage, Indian colleges would be spurred. Indian colleges would be spurred to raise the quality of teaching and research in a bid. What do you mean by in a bid? Okay, to attract the best students. To attract the best students. Okay, we may even see a fascinating rivalry competition between the world's top academic names and India's own. Okay, so very interesting, right? So think of the good colleges in India, the IITs, ISBs, IIMs. These guys are now competing with the Harvards and the Columbias and the Chicago Booths of the world, right? So how would that be? Okay, so very interesting times ahead as well. Nice article. Okay, okay. Now, did you all understand until this point? Just give me a yes if you understood more than 70% of it. If you understood more than 70% of it, just type yes. Just give me a yes if you understood at least 70% of it. Okay. Okay, good, fine. Not very difficult, right? Okay. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to go back to the top and I'm going to go a bit fast now. Okay. And you're going to read it. You're going to read it through your eyes. You're going to understand all the meaning. In case you're making notes, write the interesting words that you have. It will improve your vocab list. Okay. All right. Good job. Good job, everyone. Jasjot, Chidian, Utkarsh, Nupur, Annie, Akshada. You didn't understand Akshada? No, no problem. Vikas, Renu, Namrata, Kiran. Good to have you in class, Kiran. Okay. Pratibha, Jagdish. Okay, fine. Good. Prabjot. Okay. Now let's go fast. Let's get the meaning now. Okay, good. Richa, Jia, Amrita. Let's go fast. Okay. India's new national education policy approved by the union cabinet, blah, 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 could cause a major dust up in the only field. What do you mean by major dust up? Major quarrel, major fight. Now, have you seen those movies when you have a big fight? There is a lot of dust that's flying around. There are two parties who fight with each other, and then there's a lot of dust, right? Because there is a lot of running around, a lot of shooting, etc. So you have the dust that's moving up. So that's why you say dust up. Could cause a major dust up, major quarrel, okay, in the only field of publicly funded academia. Academia is like the environment of education, okay? So the only environment of publicly funded education that has had recent decent success is higher education. Why? Because you have all these good colleges, right? The IITs, the IIMs, the other research institutions that are publicly funded and have got success. Okay. Now, This is not just because we will have all this. So the new policy says we are soon going to have a reworked school system, a common entrance test for college admissions, a flexible approach to undergraduate studies, and a shift in what students are taught, all overseen by a new regulator. Overseen means there's someone on the top who is checking the whole thing, that's checking everything that's going on, okay, whether all the players are performing their duties, okay. But also because our hallowed portals of learning, hallowed means holy, okay, so holy, respected, sacred portals of learning may be thrown open to foreign universities. So we are saying that these are holy avenues of learning. So therefore, we are not allowing anyone from abroad for so many years. But now suddenly we are saying the gates are open. Please come inside. Okay, that's what's happening. In a significant break with tradition. So that's what I told you. In a significant break with tradition means what's happening in the past is now going to be broken. So the tradition is going to be broken. They would now be allowed to set up local campuses here. So who are going to set this up? Whether it is the varsities, which means universities, of America's Ivy League stature. What do you mean by Ivy League stature? So in the US, the top 10, okay, these colleges are called Ivy League. Your Harvard, Stanford, Columbia, Chicago Booth. These are the best universities in the world. Okay, these are Ivy League colleges. Whether it's these colleges or less fancied names, the ones that are not in the top 10, but maybe later on. Okay, this could sure prove controversial, debatable, okay, creating some kind of a contest, lot of argument. Not least because the country's current ruling party, which means particularly because the current party, so the BJP, had opposed this when the Congress had initiated this. Okay, just a fact, don't go into the political nuances of it. Okay, now today the idea of letting them in seems to have bipartisan support. When you say bipartisan, it means two parties. Okay, both the parties are supporting it. So bipartisan means you have two parties, they usually oppose each other, but for this move both of them are saying okay, good move. Okay, and that is arguably good for India because everyone is now in consensus that we are going to take this ahead. Okay, let's keep moving. The new policy aims to facilitate means create better processes and allow them, encourage them. Encourage who? The entry of the world's top 100 universities through an enabling law. So the law will allow them to get in. This would expand the choices for Indian students, right? And perhaps save billions of dollars in fees paid by parents who send their children abroad for studies. Okay, over 750,000 Indians are estimated. What do you mean by estimated? Are guessed. You don't know the exact number, so roughly this much. Okay, are estimated to be studying overseas. Okay, their bills are truly exorbitant. Exorbitant means very high in price. Okay, so I will say I bought this marker pen at an exorbitant price, which means at a very high price. It is usually used with something to do with money, something that's used to do very, something that is used to convey very costly. Okay, and many of them may opt to stay in India if they could get the same degree at a lower cost, right? Obviously. Okay, the same package could attract students from elsewhere too, helping us earn foreign exchange as a knowledge hub, a term used by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for what India ought to become. Fine, no problem. These new institutions are likely to charge. What do you mean by are likely to? Okay, most probably, you're not sure, but that's what the writer is guessing. Okay, are likely to charge far more, a lot more than what subsidized Indian colleges currently do. What do you mean by subsidy? All of you know the meaning of subsidy, give yes if you know the meaning of subsidy. Subsidy means if the price of this marker is 100 rupees, if the government is saying, you know what, you just pay 60 rupees, I will pay the 40 rupees for you. Okay, so that's called subsidy. Okay, so a lot of Indian colleges do that. So so obviously these new universities are going to charge much more. But so long as our subsidy regime survives, so long as we have the subsidy going, we have nothing to fear. Fine. Now, the country's commitment to equity means fair practice, okay, justice. The country's commitment to fair practice should ensure that high quality education never goes out of anyone's reach. So if we have these top universities, probably the poor students in India will suffer. They cannot afford the fees of Harvard or Stanford, right? They charge a lot, and maybe the well off students can afford it, but then the poor students cannot. But the country's commitment to equity should ensure that. Okay, The market has already got segmented. Market has already got split by fee brackets. Okay, what do you mean by that? Do you know that when you probably decided where you should pursue your undergrad, you probably made this analysis too, right? That this college is too expensive. This college is okay and fits my need. This college is too less. Okay, it's probably not good enough, right? Segmentation. Okay, with the proliferation of private colleges means with the plenty. Okay, proliferation means the entry of a large number of private colleges, and this trend will probably get accentuated, means it will get more prominent, it will get more visible now, okay, after this particular law. What is of greater relevance, however, is the effect of global competition in a domain. What do you mean by domain? In an area, in a segment, okay, that has had too little of it, already armed with a cost advantage already. So Indian colleges have this advantage, right, of cost, that Indian colleges don't charge much. So now they would be spurred, they would be encouraged, motivated to raise the quality of teaching and research. So they want to raise it in a bid, in an attempt to attract the best students. We may even see a fascinating rivalry, a very interesting rivalry between the world's top academic names and India's own. Okay, so it's almost a fight between these two groups. Okay, all right. A very long article today, but a very interesting one, very relevant one for all of us too. Yes, clear everyone? Just type a clear on the box if all of you are clear with the meaning of the passage. And all of you read it using your eyes. Type clear on the box if you read it with your eyes and you absorbed it, you understood the meaning properly. Understanding is very important in IELTS, okay? Don't just rely on saying that, okay, I'm just going to pick up the keywords and I'll be done with my listening or reading. It doesn't work like that. You have to understand. Okay, so Kiran Kaur, equity means fair and being fair and providing justice. Arguably good means it is, we can discuss about it, but it is good. It's like that. Okay, arguably good means we can argue whether it's good or not, but mostly it's good. Okay, everyone, Ritika, Deepthi, I hope it's clear. Very good. Ridhima, Pratibha, Tamil Selvan, good. Dolly, Shireen, Renu, Annie, Nupur, very nice. Good. Okay, spurred means to motivate, to be motivated, to be encouraged. Okay, so we'll stop here. It's a very long article. We'll stop here. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to learn a little bit of speaking. So you have to speak after me. Wherever you're located, I want you to speak loudly. But now I just don't want you to read it. I want you to express. Okay, so let's see how we are going to do this. Okay, we are going to talk about this right from this point to this point until maybe here. Okay, and then if we have the time and the bandwidth, we'll go a little more. Okay, accentuated means to make something more prominent, make something more clear. Okay, so we are going to start the speaking exercise now. All right, let's begin. Now, this is not, do it with me, do it loudly. You have to do it loudly. Okay, only then you will actually reap benefits out of it. This is not just because we could soon have a reworked school system, a common entrance test for college admissions, loudly, a common entrance test for college admissions, a flexible approach to undergraduate studies. Don't say graduate, say graduate. A flexible approach to undergraduate studies, and a shift in what students are taught, all overseen by a new regulator, all overseen, punch all overseen by a new regulator, but also, loudly, but also because our hallowed portals of learning, our hallowed portals of learning may be thrown open, punch thrown, may be thrown open to foreign universities. Did you all do it? Did you do it with me? Did you read loudly? Type yes if you did loudly. Obviously, I cannot come and check, but I hope you're doing it with me. Okay? All right. Okay, let's proceed. Let's do a little more. In a significant break with tradition, in a significant break with tradition, loudly, they would now, they would now be allowed, be allowed to set up local campuses here, to set up local campuses here. Okay, and then we are going to do one more sentence. Whether it is, whether it is varsities of America's Ivy League stature, varsities of America's Ivy League stature that take up the offer, that take up the offer. Okay, repeat. Or less fancy names, or less fancy names. This is sure, this is sure. Don't say sure, sure. To prove controversial, to prove controversial. Okay, I hope when you're doing the speaking exercise with me, I hope you did it with the right pauses and stresses and you try to imitate how I'm speaking. Okay, you shouldn't have just read it, because then simple reading even a school child can do, right? Or even a school child will say, in a significant break with tradition they would not be allowed. That's not the aim. The aim is to express in a significant break with tradition. That's how you should speak. Okay, you should go up, you should go down, you should pause. That's how your speaking becomes beautiful. Okay, good. All those on the comment box: Madhu, Azhar, Vikas, Harjot, Modern Gentleman. Okay, Dolly, Gideon, Namrata. Good. Prabhat. Very nice. Okay. Now it's time for the exercise that you like, the exercise of making sentences. What do you think about this move? Express your opinion. What do you think about this move? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think that foreign universities should be allowed to come to India? Or do you think that it's not a good idea? Because mostly people want to study abroad because they want to stay abroad, right? They want to live in those countries. Why do people go and study in Canada or study in Australia? With the hope that they can get a PR later on. So you can say that it's not a good idea because, well, that's not the purpose. The purpose of getting a PR abroad is not really addressed here. Or you can say it is a wonderful move because students don't have to spend much and they can still get the brand of that college, the certificate from that Ivy League college, with the same expenses that they would incur if they study in an Indian college. Now, remember that you should not be simply saying yes or no. Okay, give me a sentence. You can say anything you wish. Now, again, as I always say, this is not a debate competition. Nobody will tell you that your opinion is wrong. Okay, obviously, I will never say that. I will only say that your language can be like this. Your language can be different. Okay, that's it. That is the idea of this particular exercise. We are here to improve our English. We are not here to debate. We are not here to discuss our political ideologies or anything of that sort, right? So just give your opinion without any hesitation. Good. Akbar Razaki, it's a good idea, but government should work on this policy. Very good, Akbar. Nice. Kiran, yes, it's a good idea to enhance knowledge. Good, Kiran. Shivam, I reckon it's an accentuated idea. Okay, not coming across clearly, but all right. Good attempt of using the word accentuated. Jasjot, it is a good idea if they are getting facilities in India. Why would they go abroad? Good, Jasjot. Good. Darshan in the modern era. Good, Darshan Patel, on using the word modern era. Okay, could bring more benefits, but there are some pitfalls. Very good, Darshan. Good word, Darshan. Very nice. Jagdish, Gideon, Avinash, Namrata, Annie Turkey. Okay, so all those watching this as a recording, check the live chat window. Okay, it'll be next to your like buttons and all that. Check that. Or if you're watching on your desktop, it'll just appear on the right of your video. Look at how students are giving these sentences. Excellent. Richa, Reena, Shireen, very good. I see a lot of interesting words like infrastructure, exorbitant. Many of you have tried to use the words that you learned. Good job. Excellent. Good, Prabhat. And I see a whole range of opinions here. Some of you are saying yes, it's good. I don't see anyone disagreeing with it. Some of you have said yes, it has to be implemented. It is still an idea. You have to see it taking place on the ground. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So Utkarsh says, sadly, I am not going to be part of it. That's true. I understand that many of you here are already at your advanced stages. So by the time this policy comes to shape and new campuses are built, it will probably take 5 to 10 years, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Good job done, everyone. Okay. So it's time to improve our vocabulary now. Okay. Time to improve vocab. Let's go. Okay. Let us start with something easier and then slowly we'll increase the level. Okay. Let us start with thrown open. Thrown open. Thrown open. Thrown open means to have something that is suddenly open for you, and it need not necessarily be something physical. Okay, it can be something abstract as well. You can say opportunities are thrown open to students nowadays. Okay, and you can even say that when I joined this particular company, I had several opportunities that were thrown open, and because I succeeded in them, I got a promotion. Thrown open. Okay, getting a lot of something suddenly, getting a lot of something thrown open. Okay, opportunities can be thrown open, challenges can be thrown open. Give me the sentence. I know it can be slightly difficult. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Thrown open. Think about it. Okay, good, good. Santosh, Darshan, Prabhat, Kiran, Neha, Hemavati, Harjot, Shireen. Okay, okay, fine, good. Now let's do another word. Let's do stature. Okay, stature. Stature means some kind of a reputation. Okay, so I would say that colleges in India would now be of international stature, which means international reputation. Okay, stature, reputation, but you have to attach it to another adjective. International reputation, international stature. My friend started playing cricket only last year, but he's already of national stature, national reputation. Okay, he's playing at that level. Go ahead. You can also use it with respect to people. You can say that the stature of the negotiator played a key role in winning the deal. Okay, which means that the particular reputation of that person played a key role. Okay, okay, good. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. We are going to do exorbitant. Exorbitant. Exorbitant means something that's very high and is used only with a price. Okay, the price is very high. Okay, the vendor quoted exorbitant rates due to which I called them for a negotiation. Okay, so that can be one. Or you can say that I called up a tourist agency for a travel package, but their rates were exorbitant. Okay, I wanted to buy a laptop, but the price was exorbitant. Okay, Anisha, spurred means to be encouraged, to be motivated. Okay, good again. Prabjot, Reena, Utkarsh, Vamsi, Gideon, Anisha, Jagdish, Akbar, Nupur, Prabhat, Santosh Rao, Darshan, Ria Jacob, Harjot, Yashaswini. Okay, Shivani, wonderful. Now, all those who are joining in for the first time, do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Okay, because only when you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you will get an alert that this particular class is live. So please do that without fail. Okay, so that you can join in again at 11 a.m. We do this every day. You can watch all the recordings, but I want you to catch it live, because when you catch it live, when you interact with me, the learning is better. Okay, good. Kiran, very nice. Kiran, Utkarsh, Yashaswini, Dolly, good, good, excellent, excellent. Great job done, everyone. Very good, very good. So, what did we do today? We basically went through this entire article, a long one, a slightly difficult one, but something that gave us a lot of ideas. First is I simply read it out, you listened to me, and you absorbed it. After that, I went through it quickly, I explained the meaning, and you used your eyes to read, which is very important. After that, we took a particular segment. I read it out aloud. You use your pauses, stresses, okay, to improve your speaking, and then finally you expressed your opinion and developed sentences with new words. Okay, so good job done on doing that. That brings us to the end of this session. So now I'm going to talk about the advanced programs that we have, because of all of you are attending these classes, all of you are sincere students, and I'm pretty sure you're aiming for a good score. Now, this is not for the existing members. So I see a lot of existing members, existing fast track program members. I can see a few right here on the screen, whether it's Prabjot, or if I scroll, whether it's Utkarsh, okay, whether it's Vikas Chaudhary, all those who are existing members. It's Jagdish as well, yes. Okay, Kiran Kaur, okay, so all those, Jasjot, okay, so all those who are already part of the program, this is not for you. It is only for those who are new, okay, who don't know the program. So I'm just going to explain it to them. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen here. This is the admissions form. I'm going to send you the link of this in a minute. I'm going to explain this to you very quickly. What is the program and how it will help you? Okay, so this particular program contains a whole lot of features. And what are these features? Number one, we will have live classes every day. Okay, so 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. on weekdays, we have live classes for practice. And then from 8 to 10 p.m. on weekends, we have live classes for concepts. Okay, so Saturday and Sunday, we teach you the concepts, ideas, methods. And then from Monday to Friday, we make you practice. Why do we do it every day? Because only when you do it every day, your skill improves. This is not like your undergraduate exam or your 10th or 12th or any other exam where you can, simply memorize one day before the test and you can get a good score. It doesn't work like that here, right? This is more of a practice exam, a skill exam. Okay, so that's why we have classes every day, and that's why this is a rigorous, intense program. Now, all these sessions are recorded. So even if you can't attend the class at that time, at least watch the recording, but it is essential that you practice daily. Okay. Apart from that, you will have recorded lessons on our mobile app covering listening, reading, writing, speaking, grammar, vocab, and pronunciation. Okay, in detail. So these are basically complementary to the live classes that happen. So when we give you the assignment in the morning, go ahead, do these video lessons so that you get full conceptual clarity. And then when you solve the assignment, your concepts will be really solidified. Okay. Apart from that, you're going to do daily quizzes on grammar so that your grammar improves. And that is the foundation of all the 4 sections. So that has to go up. Then you will have 10 full-length mock tests. So you will have 10 full-length mock tests, and each mock test has LRWS. So we'll send you the LRW questions, you will solve it, send your answers. Same goes with speaking. A full mock will be done, it will be recorded, and then we'll evaluate it, and then we'll send you the report with the attachment of your audio. So you can play the entire audio and see how you've done along with the report, right? So this is one cycle, LRWS, one cycle. Like that, you're going to do 10 cycles. Okay, so that's why this program is highly rigorous and takes you closer towards your scores. Finally, you will have unlimited doubt clearance too. So when you're doing all these activities, you can ask unlimited doubts and we'll keep helping you. There will be a WhatsApp hotline number. We keep clearing the doubts every 24 hours. So that way you will get a lot of personal attention. Now, who is this program for? Now, this program is valid all the way up to 90 days. Okay. So anyone who's taking the exam within 30 days, so not within 30 days, maybe 20 or days onwards. Okay. Then it's valid for you. And if you're taking the exam up to 120 days, so up to around 4 months, it is valid for you. If you're taking your exam in the next 5 days, then it's too late. Okay, we cannot add enough value, so don't enroll. If you're taking your exam say next year, then again it's too early. I appreciate that you're taking these sessions already, you're very enthusiastic about your preparation, but it's too early. Your preparation will peak now, and then by the time your exams comes, you will fall down. So that should not happen. But if you're taking the exam within 20 days to 120 days, then this is a perfect fit. So what I'm going to do is I have sent you the link of the admissions form on the live chat box. I will also be sending the link on the video description. So you will be able to check it out on the video description below. So click that, fill this form. It's a simple form. Just fill it up. Our counselor will get in touch with you, and we will also give you a nice discount window. Okay, so it's a good discount so that you will not feel any financial strain as such when you enroll. It's a pretty affordable program. Okay, so on that note, thank you everyone for joining in, participating so actively. Although we had a pretty advanced passage, a long one with a lot of interesting words. Okay, thank you for joining in. Take care. I'll see you in the next session. All the best. Bye bye.